All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How are you doing? How was your Christmas if you celebrated it? If you didn't celebrate it, then how was your Friday? Right? For me, were you like me? If you're a dad or a parent, you took a garbage bag and you sat down while your kids opened every single just ran through your presents like they're fucking the Tasmanian devil. Remember him in Looney Tunes? Just fucking ripping through shits like ungrateful little white first world fuckers, and you're gonna sit there pretending that like Santa, like, oh, did he know? Is that the one? Was Santa looking at that? He knew what you wanted all along. No, Santa didn't fucking have to go from store to store to try find it for you. That game that only came out in select areas for the PlayStation. Santa knew. Santa knew. Were you like that? Doing what I was doing, just shoving it all into a bag, and then just fucking it out into the curb. Ready for next year. Let's go for next year, shall we? I hope it was good. I hope you liked it. Yeah, man, it was a good, fuck it was what it was. It's exactly, I sat there with the kids and they opened the presents and I watched Wonder Woman for the day. Awful movie. Awful movie. Wonder Woman 2. I'm not going to go into this about why it was bad, but I do on my new podcast, which I have with comedians Dan Barry and Dennis Rooney, which is Almost Irish podcast, and it's funny. Give it a check out. Check it out. Listen to it. But I do hope your holiday was well. Were you fighting with your family? Were you fighting with your family over your $600? Are you planning on what to do with your $600? I know I am. I'm already thinking what I'm going to do with my $600. I'm going to refurbish the studio. I'm going to get lights, neon lights with Cheaper Than Therapy. I'm going to do everything with $600. Isn't it embarrassing though? $600. And again, this is when people write to me and they go, I think you're a closet Trump fan. You're a closet Trump supporter. And I always have to go, I'm really not. And you know what? I'm not I don't like politics in any way. I can talk about it because I can hold a conversation because I'm an intelligent lad. But do I fucking like politicians? They're all fucking corrupt. They're all corrupt. What did they have to come up with? We shut down the world 9 months ago. 9 months ago, and you had to come up with a plan. If you got pregnant, right? If you were home and you got pregnant the night of the lockdown started back 9 months ago, you'd be having a baby now. You would have made a human in 9 months. In the same length of time it took for these fucking arseholes, politicians, no matter what country you're in, your politicians have let you down. This is a comedy podcast, so please don't shut me down. Okay, YouTube and everyone else, there's no conspiracy theorists here. All right, these are all fucking jokes. But no matter where you live, all right, calm down. No matter where you live in the part of the world, your government has let you down. Because you had 9 months to come up with a plan, a strategy, a way out of this. A second wave you knew were coming. In America, what did you do? 9 months have gone by and you gave us, here we go, $600. Problem solved. That's it, guys. Thank you. It took you how many 9 months to come up with that? To give everybody $600. You would have made a person, a human being from scratch in the same length of time it took for these fucking idiots to go $600. No, what were you doing? Like, I imagine a room, a big room, right? You see in the movies, a big round, perfectly round table, and all these just politicians sitting around, order! Order! All right, let's hear from over there. What do you think we should do? Chinese? No, not for lunch. About the whole end of the fucking... We're all locked down right now. What would you want to do? We're not talking about lunch. How do we help people? 9 months you had. And what happened in the 9 months? You know what came out? Here's what happened. Bill Burr touched on this a long time ago, so I don't want to step too much on his stuff, but the fucking Mcrib came out. That's what you did in the 9 months. Cheers, politicians. Click. That's what you did. You brought back the Mcrib. You fuckers. I said this a long time ago, and again, it's not to step on a Bill Burr joke, but anytime the government does something fucking weird, man, they like the Mcrib comes back. I lived in the country long enough to notice that. Right? 9/11 happened. 9/11 happened. Horrific event. That's George Bush's fault. You know, they say that was an inside job, was it? Here's a Mcrib. What were we talking about? Can't remember. 9 what? Don't know, but this fucking sandwich is delicious. Hey, do you know that Dick Cheney's company Halliburton was out in Iraq and they're the ones that are doing all the drilling for oil? Did you know? Maybe you don't think it's a conspiracy theory that that's why the war started? Bang! Here's another Mcrib. I don't know. What was I talking about? This sandwich is delicious. You gotta try it with fries. Did you hear see Obama? What happened with Obama? Well, the whole Benghazi thing, he knew about what. Bang! Here's a sandwich in your face. What is it? It's a fucking Mcrib is back again. That's great. And here we are, the end of the world, fucking COVID. These fuckers have nothing to give us, right? No answers, no solutions. What do? They're shutting everything down. We're starting to complain. We're starting to riot. Bang! Again, the fucking Mcrib comes out again. Cheers, government. That's it. That's all you came up with. You had 9 months. Your government has we did everything you asked us to do, you fuckers. But you didn't do it for us. Your government has let you down. And again, this is not political in any way because I don't have political opinions, right? If it was political, I would say, well, the reason why. They just let you down. It's not politics. It's just a fact. They put these rules in place that meant nothing. Flawless rules for us to follow. Right? And I've touched on a bunch of them beforehand. But fuck it. It is, here we are. Here we are at the end of 2020. I've never been a calendar guy. I mean, I know they exist. I don't ever have calendars hanging up. That's a weird thing too, right? The calendar store in the mall. They're busy. They're busy like now. November to December. Who in July, why would you buy a calendar in July? And these stay open all year round, these little kiosks at the mall. They stay open. It's weird to me that why in July do you need to go in and buy a Taylor Swift calendar? What is going on in August that you forgot that you need a Harry Potter calendar? A Sports Illustrated half naked one. Why do you need that in August or September? Like, don't you think by maybe January at the end of it, you're like, I need a calendar. But nobody needs a calendar anymore, right? We all have it on our phones. So why do you... I don't get it. I don't get calendars. But if you believe in calendars, which I never did, right? I've never used calendars as an excuse to do anything with, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been like, all right, the diet starts Monday. I've never done that. If I know I'm eating like shit, which I have been all this week, if I know I need to change something, I don't go, all right, I'll wait to that. Now, I know calendars are good in relation to when you got to make plans for a wedding or something or shit like that, or hey, my gig is on the 15th, 16th. Then I understand calendars, but I never understood it for people like New Year's resolutions. If you want to make your life better, just fucking make it better. You don't need a turn of a page to make your life better. You don't need it. You know, start and fucking do it. I want to exercise. Exercise. You can go outside today and you can walk. You can run. You can drop on the floor, do a push-up. You don't need a calendar for that shit. I never understood that. And I wonder have the great people in life, like conquerors even, say, right, Genghis Khan, right, we're going to take over the world. Yep, absolutely, let's go. Do you want to go now? No? Why? Because wait till the sun goes back around the earth again 8 more times, and then, because they wouldn't have had days back then, right? So when the earth goes around the sun 8 more times, because they didn't know it was the other way around, right? So, but when it goes around the world, then we'll go out, all right? So tell the lads we'll go then. But why don't we just go now? Might as well, right? People who got shit done didn't wait on calendars. They just got up and they got shit done. You know, fucking go out and do it. So, look at, my point is that I'm trying to make is that 2020 was a shitty year. It absolutely was a shitty year. It was just weird that we blamed 2020. That we blame 2020 so much that we think it's nearly 2021. So the calendar, immediately we just assume life gets better because someone turned the fucking page on a Taylor Swift calendar. I said it as a joke. Maybe I wasn't joking. That maybe I'm a little concerned that 2020 was just lube for what's coming. I mean, look, let's look at 2020. Like, not the obvious stuff, but they found aliens. The government came out and it says, we have spaceships. They're not from this planet. They made it public. They put it on the news. On the fucking news. You watch the fucking thing. Not a hidden conspiracy theorist website. Not when your uncle tells you, or you've all got that friend, you know they found alien crafts. Yeah, of course they did. Sure, they found the alien crafts. They did. They went out and the Pentagon thing, and they stood up with the circular logo behind their head and the flag in the corner. And my fellow Americans, we found ships from another fucking planet, basically is what they said. They found stuff that's not from this world. And they said it, but it was right in the middle of a riot. So they kind of just slipped it in, and we didn't give a shit, right? That was one of the things for me in 2020, why nobody was talking about it, really. Nobody's talking about it. I mean, you might turn on a Joe Rogan podcast because he loves aliens and stuff, but nobody was mentioning it. You could just sit there and go, if you'd said, if you didn't do if you listened to the fucking people in charge and not go visit your family for Thanksgiving or for your Christmas or whatever holidays you have, and then someone said, you pass the gravy for me, please. You know they found aliens over there too. I'll have more gravy, please. You'd be like, wait, what? What did you say? They found spaceships. You're like, fucking stop. This guy, big weirdo over here talking about finding spaceships again. They found spaceships. And we're not talking about it. But like, how about if they're finding spaceships now and talking about it, maybe something is coming in 2021 that we don't know about. Maybe those spaceships have arrived. And maybe there's more coming. We don't know. We don't know. But we sit here and we like to think the calendar is great. And 2021, how could it be any worse? Could. It could, because 2020, if you are keeping score, pretty fucking shitty year. Pretty shitty year. Start out right at the gate. Right out the gate. They counted down the clock. Who's the first to count down? Australia are always the first country to get it. Look at, it's not political. It's just the way the sun works. Australia, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and on and on we've forgotten it. Do they sing that in every country, or is it just America? Old Lang Syne, or whatever. Old Lang, I know it's people screaming at the screen now. I don't know. Is it an American one, or is that an all around the world get to use it? But anyway, they start singing it. All the fireworks, they're lovely. What's that over there? I don't know. It looks like a forest fire. Should we look at that? No, we'll get back to it. Watching the fireworks. The fire looks like it's getting really big over there. It's fine. 500 million fucking animals later, Australia started off 2020 by fucking burning to the ground. Burning to the ground. That's what happened. 2020 started with 500,000 animals getting fucking burnt alive in Australia. That's it. That's how we started 2020. Pretty shitty year, right? We started off like that. My dad died. That's still fresh. that was a 2012. That was fairly early on in 2022. 2020 as well, not 2022. I'm not going that far ahead. But yeah, my dad died in February of 2020. That's still recent. Right at the gate. That's shitty year. Right? It's been pretty shitty. And then fucking right after that, then the COVID hit and we locked everything down, and that was it. We changed the way we fucking live our lives. We change it all. That's it. Nothing is the same again. Will it ever go back to being the same again? Probably not. It may never go back again. Technology became too good now that people won't need to go out anymore because, hey, look, you're probably watching this podcast now, right? On your phone, on the telly, maybe you got the smart TV and the YouTube is on the telly, or you're probably just listening to this. But that technology allows that. That technology allows that. It's just fucking. It's tech. Like back in the what was it? The Spanish flu. If that happened, people still have to go to work. You have to get up and go to work. Now you can just let me log on. I can learn how to work from home. I'm working from home right now. Look, this is it. This is it. This is me. Can't do stand up. I mean, I do stand up in places, but not to the level I want to. But this is it. We do it all now through technology. So the world, I don't think it'll ever be the same again. I mean, I won't go back to doing certain things. 2020 fucked everything up, I think. But it also, it depends on how you look at it, right? It depends on what did you get from it? What happened? What did you do with the energy? What did you know what I mean? We got shut down. What are you going to do about it? There's some people that just went off the rails. They gained weight. They fucking turned to drink. They turned to drugs. I know some people who did and who fell into rough situations. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this shit. I was lucky enough to turn it around and to take advantage of all the time that I was given to be locked in, to be locked up. Yeah, it's a bit sad that my social life is Walmart. Like, legit, that's where I go now. That's where I go to get out of the house. If I spend a whole day in the house, the only place I can go is Walmart. That's bad. That's sad when that is your recreation. Think about that. It's now, I'm recording this now, it's Saturday night. Now I happen to be doing a Zoom show tonight, but if I didn't have a Zoom show tonight, I'd be going to Walmart. And that's not me lying. I just go to try to find a funny bit or something to talk about. I just go to Walmart. I'll be walking in the t-shirt aisle going like, hey, oh, look at that t-shirt. I wouldn't buy anything. I'd walk around Walmart looking at the people. We're getting mad because they're not wearing the masks properly, right? They're doing the under the nose thing, which, look, I'm not an anti-masker. I'm not an anti-vaccine person, right? But again, I am a rules. Look, I'll follow your fucking rules. I've said this enough time. I'll follow your rules. But when other people don't, then if I have to, why do they not? Why is it not okay for me to walk up and call him a knob end? Right? Why can't I do that and go, hey, you're fucking, get rid of it? It's, you know what I mean? You can't do that. Like, you can't just go up to people for being a knob and just tell them. Like, and people say that to me too about, do you not believe in masks? No, I do. I only get the vaccine. I was going to get the vaccine. I was all on board for the vaccine, and then I was on my way to get it. I was going to get the vaccine, and then someone told me, he said, well, if I get the vaccine, do I have to can I not wear a mask anymore? He goes, no, you still have to wear a mask. Well, then I'm not doing it then. If I still have to wear a mask everywhere I go, I'm not getting the vaccine. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not anti-vaccine. For me personally, I will not go get the vaccine if I still have to wear a mask. Because the whole purpose of the vaccine is to not get COVID or give COVID. And if that's what the vaccine is supposed to do, then why do I have to wear a mask? So I'm not doing it. The only reason I'm getting a vaccine was because I thought we could move back to life as normal, right? The American people go, well, we got, 80% of the country has signed up for it. So can we go back and start doing comedy shows? Yeah, we can do it. Everyone's back in the buildings. Let's get back to stand-up comedy. Let's get back to the theaters. Let's get back to restaurants. Let's get back to schools. That's what I thought the vaccine was for. But if I have to go back and not wear it, then I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, sorry. So that's going to be me at Walmart. Just walking around Walmart with a mask on. That's my only recreation that I have. But I go back, I started running now. I started running this year, I should say, during the pandemic. And, I took advantage of it. I took advantage of it, and I was happy with what I did with my time. I got 2 big projects done, which would be, I'll be exciting to talk about it one day. I can't talk about it right now, but I am excited that I was got the opportunity to pour my time into this project. That, fingers crossed, you will definitely hear about. But so yeah, to go back, I never looked at 2020, and this is not like a goodbye 2020 podcast, because that's what everyone does now, right? They'll do these 2020 podcasts and they'll go fuck 2020 and won't it be better next year and all this kind of stuff, and then they'll review everything that happened in 2020. I don't need to remind you, people. I don't need to remind you of anything. I don't need to remind you of Australia. I don't need to remind you that my dad died, and all that's probably not as important to you as it is to me. I don't need to remind you about the Puerto Rican earthquake. I don't need to remind you that Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, fucking died. Sean Connery died. James Bond and Black Panther died. I don't need to sit here and do that and talk about the COVID. And then there's probably people listening to this right now who were way more affected than any of us will ever know. They may have a family member who fucking just off themselves because of all this shit. We may have people who lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, their homes because of all this. I'm not going to sit there and remind people of that. It's supposed to be a comedy show. Comedy. So yeah, is that what you're doing with your $600 though? Let's go back to that. Let's go back to your $600. What are you gonna do with your $600, America? Are you planning on doing something big with it? Are you just gonna are you gonna really put it towards are you gonna put it towards that car payment? Is that what it's gonna do? Are you gonna pay your car loan with that one $600 bill? Or $600 bill, that $600 check that arrives in the mail? You're like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Oh, they're about to take away my car that I haven't paid all year, but $600 came in the mail, saved us. And I get it. I know people are going to say, well, it's for the economy. You're going to take that $600, you're going to spend it on what? What are you going to spend it on? It's embarrassing. I really think your government, I say your government, it's not me talking about America, it's your government, for wherever you're listening to this, because no place got it right. No place got how to handle this right, because you all made rules that were extremely flawed. And I said that, and I'm not going to go into it again. You know what I mean by flawed. You shut things down that didn't need to be shut down. You shut things down and kept certain things open. Do you know what I mean? Your rules were that I could get on a plane, which I did, and I talked about this about 2 weeks ago. I could get on a plane. I could fly to Florida. I could be on a plane full of people. I could go to Florida. I could go out to restaurants that night, get up the next morning, go play golf, go back to Universal surrounded by thousands of people, get back on the plane, fly back to New York, and not have to quarantine. Right? Not have to quarantine. Because I could have, you know what I mean? That's okay. But you got to close a restaurant down that I could be sitting inside that restaurant for an hour tops eating something. Where's the logic in that, lads? Where's your logic? Where does that come from? It's fucking batshit. It's bananas. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense to me. But yeah, you're going to take that $600. You know what? You maybe shoot it into your arm. Just try heroin for this year. Maybe that's for New Year's resolutions. Take the $600 and go, I'm going to be a heroin guy this year. It's all about heroin. I want to lose weight. I always want to know what it's like to blow a guy behind a dumpster. I've always wanted to know what it's going to be like. Maybe this is the year to try it. Maybe heroin is the way forward this year. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys, so I'm not going to do one of those typical countdown 2020 podcasts. I'm just going to say good luck to you. I want to say good luck to 2020, whatever, if you keep score with being numbers. And I'm going to be more positive and more upbeat. I'm going to be more upbeat for the next episode. But this, I'm kind of tired. I'm sick this week too. Hence the woolly cap. I know. Looks like I'm getting over some weird blood virus. I got sick like 2 days. I felt run down, and then people were like, "Oh, you gotta get COVID. Go get tested." And I know my body, and I do this because I don't take a break from working out. So about twice a year, I get this 24-hour, 48-hour bug where my body shuts down. I get the chills, and you know what I did though? I did get up and I did drive to a clinic to go get a COVID test because I got a little bit paranoid because everybody was saying it to me. And I pull up outside the clinic, and I just went, "Fuck this," and I went home, and I'm fine. That was it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I ate a shitload of chocolate, way too much sugar. Got headaches. So I said I'll take the week off from exercising, which I did. I went back running today, and did 5 miles with some push-ups and pull-ups, and I struggled through it, but I made it in the end. You know. But for you out there, I do hope that if you're keeping score, if the calendars is your way of marking achievements, like 2021 is your year, then if you're keeping inventory, then I hope it is a good year for you. I do hope it's a good year for you, and I hope your government stops acting the maggot and just fucking gets his shit together. That's it, because we're done now. They have let us down in every single way. I think local government is different. If you're listening to this and you're a local politician, I tell my daughter this all the time, that local government is kind of the way to go. They do genuinely seem to care, local government. But I think, and this is why people can't say, "Oh, I'm a Trump supporter," "Oh, you're secretly a Trump supporter." They're all fuckers. They're all lying scumbags. All politicians are lying scumbags that are out for themselves. That's it. That's all, and I just hope that, what can we do? We can't stand up to them, right? We can't do that. It sounds like now like Mick Thomas is starting a revolution, right? Let's all go march in the streets. Let's go start burning down stuff. Well, enough of that going on. We had a lot of that in 2020, right? So maybe fires are not the way to go. Maybe plant trees in protest. That'd be a new one, right? That'd be a new one. That's injustice. What are you doing? Planting a tree. Are you? Yeah, they'll show these fuckers. Anyway, I'm kind of ranting. I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm gonna, I guess, wrap it up now, I suppose. But, still not feeling the best. But, I do want to wish you all a happy and healthy new year. And I appreciate you all listening to my podcast this year. I am thankful my numbers kind of shot up this year. Back to heroin again. No, but my numbers did go up a lot this year, and I've been enjoying doing this podcast. So I do hope things turn around for you, for me, for all of us. And don't watch Wonder Woman 2. That's all I will say to you. That if you can take away anything from this episode, is Wonder Woman 2 is the greatest crock of shite ever, and you will probably go typical 2020. Typical 2020. Don't watch Wonder Woman 2. And listen, I just hope that next year is a good year for you, and I hope you're all well. I hope you're safe, and I appreciate you listening and tuning in. Please like and subscribe and share this with people. Let's share this with people. So thanks so much for listening to Cheaper Than Therapy, lads. I appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. All right, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Happy New Year.